Antonio Guterres, the new Secretary-General of the United Nations, is in Istanbul for a meeting with the Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim. At a press conference in the city, Guterres praised Turkey for keeping its borders open during the biggest migration of people in modern history. He also called for more countries to follow Turkey's humanitarian lead.
I was United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. And during that period, Turkey became the largest refugee hosting country in the world. And I have witnessed the enormous generosity of the Turkish government and the Turkish people, opening their borders, their houses and their hearts to their sisters and brothers coming from Syria, but also from many other parts of the world. And this generosity should be matched. This is also the moment to launch an appeal when we see so many borders being closed and when we see so many escaping their responsibilities. This is a moment to appeal for effective burden sharing and to make sure that the integrity of the international refugee protection regime is maintained.
Let's go to our correspondent Ali Mustafa, who attended that conference and joins me now live. So, Ali, this is the new UN chief's first official visit as Secretary-General to Istanbul. Tell us what is on the agenda of this visit.
Well, Marlene, it is the first visit by Guterres, Antonio Guterres, since he became the Secretary-General on the 1st of January last month. And the symbolism, he highlighted the symbolism of this visit. He said that before he became the Secretary-General, he served for a decade as the UN Chief for Refugees, and the fact that Turkey, during that time, became the primary country for refugees from Syria and Iraq, 3 million refugees, and he highlighted this was very important, and that is why he was in Turkey on his first official visit as Secretary-General. But the Syrian crisis was just one of the issues that he discussed with the Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim. He also discussed the Cyprus issue. The two-state solution in Israel-Palestine was also discussed. So was the issue of terrorism and focusing on that. But they discussed a variety of issues as well as the failed coup on July 15th. And Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim said that he has shared details, evidence with UN Secretary-General Guterres on that, and they're trying to find a way, if the UN can play a role in trying to bring the culprits of that coup, of that failed coup on July 15th, to justice. So a variety of issues for the UN Secretary-General on his trip to Turkey.
And going back to the Syrian peace process, what did the Secretary-General say is the plan of action moving forward?
He did highlight Turkish efforts to bring about that ceasefire in Astana. Now, keep in mind that there are parallel tracks here. On the one hand, the UN-mandated Geneva track has been on the back burner of sorts over the past few months. The US has been absent as well, and in this absence, Russia and Turkey have started the Astana initiative with the Syrian regime on one side and armed opposition groups on the other. Guterres was very clear, and he said that Astana was essential in maintaining the ceasefire, and moving forward, it would lead to Geneva. But those are the only details he gave. He didn't give exact dates on when Geneva or the political solutions and the political process, those talks in Geneva might take place. There is the sense that they might take place in March, but he was very clear, the UN Secretary-General, that Astana is essential in maintaining the ceasefire on the ground, and once this process unfolds and moves forward, then Geneva will be possible, and a political solution there will be discussed.
Okay, many thanks for that, Ali Mustafa, there for us in Istanbul.